All right, so today we're going to do a deep dive into something I think is really cool.
Yeah.
And that's the science behind whiskey.
Okay.
And specifically how the choice of yeast can really affect the final product.
Absolutely.
So we've got a couple of sources today.
Okay.
One is the website for this whiskey event in Denmark.
Oh, cool.
It's called whiskymessen.dk.
Okay.
And they've got this masterclass led by a Dr. Claus Rosensparre, and it's all about the science of distilling.
Interesting.
And then we also have some materials from Dr. Rosensparre's blog and website,
Right.
where he kind of goes into more detail about his research.
Okay.
So this deep dive should help you understand how like these microscopic organisms can create such a complex drink.
Yeah, for sure.
So this Whisky Messen event, it's coming up soon.
Mhm.
And from what I've read, tickets to Dr. Rosensparre's masterclass, they sell out really fast.
Wow.
So, like, if anyone's listening and they want to go get your tickets now.
Definitely
they'll
sounds like a really popular event.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this Dr. Rosensparre and his work with yeast.
Okay, so basically what he does is he isolates yeast strains from all these, like, unusual sources.
Yeah.
Like flowers and even bees.
Wait a minute. Bees?
Yeah.
How does that even...
I know it sounds kind of strange.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen bees on a whiskey ingredient list.
Right. Well, so yeast is a single-celled fungus, right?
Okay.
And each strain has its own, like, personality, you could say,
Okay.
when it comes to fermentation.
I see.
So that means that different strains can produce these totally different flavor profiles
Okay.
in the final product.
So he's basically like a yeast whisperer, then.
Yeah, something like that.
Finding all these hidden gems.
Yeah, and using them to make unique whiskeys.
Right.
And his blog goes into detail about some of his experiments.
Oh, cool.
And there are even tasting notes for whiskeys made with these unusual yeast strains.
Oh, wow. So for instance...
Yeah, for instance, there's one yeast derived from bees in Kerteminde, Denmark. And that creates these hints of raspberry and cherry stone in the whiskey.
Wow. So those delicate fruity notes that you taste aren't just coming from the barley or the aging process.
Right.
They're actually coming from the bees.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So how does that even happen at like a microscopic level?
Okay, so basically what happens is as bees go about collecting pollen and nectar, they also pick up all these different microorganisms, including yeasts.
Gotcha.
And these yeasts are different from the typical brewer's yeast that you would usually use.
Yeah.
And they produce these unique esters during fermentation.
Okay.
And esters are basically chemical compounds that create those fruity aromas and flavors that we taste.
Okay, so he's like tapping into this whole hidden world of wild yeasts that probably most distillers wouldn't even think to look at.
You got it, exactly.
And he's experimenting with different wood types, too, during the aging process.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's exploring like both the physical and chemical interactions between the wood and the whiskey.
So I actually remember seeing in the blog some tasting notes that mentioned stecked camembert and chutney.
Really?
In some of the whiskeys.
That's interesting.
And those aren't exactly your typical whiskey flavors.
They're not.
So how does that happen?
Well, those unique flavors probably come from a combination of things.
Okay.
Like the yeast strain and the wood used for aging.
Okay.
Because certain wood types can impart these savory, cheesy, or even spicy notes to the whiskey as it matures.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's like a carefully orchestrated symphony of flavors.
Wow.
With the yeast and the distillation process all playing their part.
Yeah, like they all work together
to
create that final product.
Yeah, and Dr. Rosensparre's blog and website really emphasize his scientific approach to whiskey making. He even develops these mathematical models.
Wait.
To optimize the entire distillation process.
Mathematical models for whiskey?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Well, it means he's using science to understand and control all the different variables in distillation, like the size and shape of the still, the temperature, the pressure, all those factors that ultimately influence the final product.
So he's not just relying on intuition or tradition.
Right.
He's bringing this whole scientific toolkit to bear on this centuries-old craft.
Exactly. And his masterclass at Whisky Messen seems like it's really showcasing his approach.
Yeah.
It seems like a really cool opportunity to see his work in action.
For sure. And his website, scientificlectures.com,
Okay.
it lays out like all the details of this masterclass.
Right.
It seems like attendees are in for a real treat.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We're going to get this crash course in the whole whiskey making process, from the theory behind distillation to the nitty-gritty of like how fermentation actually works.
And they get to taste these new make whiskeys.
Oh, yeah.
Fermented with Dr. Rosensparre's own yeast strains.
Oh.
Which you can't find commercially available anywhere.
So these are like unique creations.
Totally unique. You won't find them anywhere else.
Wow.
Yeah.
The tasting menu on the website. Yeah. Looks amazing.
Oh, it's really cool.
Okay, so there's one called Yeast Ring.
Okay.
It's 48% alcohol. Mm-hmm. And it's made with yeast from pea flowers.
Pea flowers?
Pea flowers.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
you don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And then there's this spontaneous fermented single malt.
Yeah.
That's 42%.
So that was really interesting because it relies on naturally occurring yeasts and bacteria that are found on the barley itself.
So they're not like adding anything extra?
No, it's just like whatever's already there.
Wow.
And so the results are totally unpredictable.
So it's kind of like a wild card.
Totally, yeah. You don't really know what you're going to get.
Exactly. But that's what makes it so intriguing.
And the range of flavors that you could get from that.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
And then to contrast those two, there's this smoked single malt.
Okay.
It's also 42%. And it's made with yeast from a honeybee.
Oh, wow. Another bee yeast.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
And then they age it with cherry and walnut wood.
Wow. So you've got the smoked barley.
Yeah.
Adding complexity, and then this unique yeast strain.
Right.
And then the influence of the cherry and walnut wood.
So it's like a multi-layered flavor experience.
Definitely a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've talked about like the tasting notes and stuff.
Right.
But the website also mentions this enzymatic assay of alpha amylase.
Oh, yeah.
As part of the masterclass.
Yeah, that's where it gets really hands-on.
What is that?
So an enzymatic assay is basically a test to measure the activity of enzymes. And in this case, they're looking at alpha amylase, which is an enzyme that's really important for breaking down the starches in the barley into sugars.
Gotcha.
And then the yeast can ferment those sugars.
So the attendees actually get to do this.
They get to see how effective those enzymes are.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a real hands-on experience.
Yeah.
It gives you a deeper understanding of the biochemical processes that are happening during fermentation.
So it's not just like drinking whiskey.
No, it's like really understanding.
So a scientist.
Exactly. Yeah, you're getting into the science behind it.
Now, you mentioned earlier that Dr. Rosensparre also experiments with these less predictable yeast strains, like Brettanomyces. Yeah. The website doesn't really go into detail about that.
It doesn't, no.
So can you tell us a little bit more about like the challenges of working with those types of yeasts?
So Brettanomyces, or Brett, as it's often called, it's a wild yeast that's known for producing some pretty interesting flavors.
Okay.
But sometimes challenging flavors.
Oh.
It's often associated with those Belgian beers. Where it contributes those earthy, barnyard-like notes.
Interesting.
Sometimes even a bit of a horse blanket aroma.
Okay, that's not something you usually want in your whiskey, right?
It depends.
Yeah.
Some people find those flavors off-putting.
Right.
But others appreciate the complexity and the funkiness that they bring.
Yeah.
It's really a matter of taste.
So it can go either way.
It can definitely go either way.
Yeah.
The key is managing it carefully.
Okay.
Because Brett can be unpredictable. And sometimes produce unwanted flavors if it's not controlled properly.
So it's not for like a novice distiller.
Right? It requires a high level of skill and experience.
To really work with it effectively.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like walking a tightrope.
Yeah.
Between those desirable funky notes and then those potential off flavors.
And it sounds like Dr. Rosensparre enjoys that challenge.
Oh, he definitely
pushing the boundaries.
He likes to experiment.
Of what's possible.
And see what he can create.
In whiskey making.
Yeah, he's really pushing the boundaries of flavor.
Now, the blog post mentioned this idea of capturing terroir in whiskey through the use of local yeasts. Can you explain that a bit more for our listener?
Sure. So terroir is a term that's usually associated with wine.
Okay.
And it refers to how a particular region's climate, soil, and other environmental factors influence the flavor of the grapes.
Okay.
So Dr. Rosensparre is kind of applying this concept to whiskey.
Interesting.
By isolating yeast strains from specific locations.
Okay.
Like those bees in Kerteminde or blackberry flowers.
So he's trying to, like, capture the essence of a place.
Yes.
The taste of a specific region.
Exactly.
And infuse that into the whiskey through the yeast.
Precisely. It's like bottling the unique character of a particular environment.
Wow.
Yeah. And by using local yeasts, he's adding another layer of complexity and authenticity to his whiskeys.
That's amazing.
It is.
It really highlights how much thought and intentionality goes into crafting these unique spirits.
Yeah, it's not just about the ingredients.
Right.
It's about understanding the interconnectedness of everything.
Wow.
The environment, the science, the artistry.
Yeah, like they all play a part.
Exactly. It all comes together to create that final product.
And that's a key takeaway here.
It is.
This deep dive into Dr. Rosensparre's work.
It really shows us that the world of whiskey is so much bigger than just the bottle.
Right.
There's this fascinating interplay of science, nature, and human ingenuity.
That goes into every sip.
Exactly.
I mean, it really makes you think about that next glass of whiskey differently.
It does, yeah.
Like, you really start to appreciate all the work that goes into it.
Definitely.
Even if you're not a science person.
Right.
You know, this deep dive, I think, gives you a new respect for the complexity and the craft behind making whiskey.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, we always hear about the ingredients and the water source and the aging process.
Right, right.
But who would have thought that these tiny little yeast cells could have such a big impact on the final flavor?
It's amazing, isn't it?
It really is.
They're like the unsung heroes of the whole whiskey-making process.
And Dr. Rosensparre is really highlighting their potential.
Yeah, he's shining a light on them.
To create something new and different.
Exactly.
And innovative.
And delicious.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So his masterclass at Whisky Messin, it seems like the perfect way to experience this firsthand.
I think so, too.
You get to learn about the science, the techniques, and then you get to actually taste these unique whiskeys.
Right. And those whiskeys are made with his special yeast strains.
Right.
So you won't find them anywhere else.
It's like a sneak peek into the future of whiskey making.
Yeah, like what's possible.
How science and creativity can change things.
Absolutely.
So it makes you wonder, like, what other possibilities are out there?
Yeah. What else could we do?
I mean, if you can capture the essence of a place through yeast,
right.
what other flavors could we explore?
It's really exciting to think about.
Could you create a whiskey that tastes like a summer breeze?
Wow.
Or a walk in the forest after the rain?
Now, that's a thought-provoking question.
I know. It really opens up a whole new world.
It does.
Of possibilities.
Yeah, and that's what's so great about these deep dives.
Yeah.
It's not just about the information we talk about.
Right.
It's about making you curious.
Yeah.
And encouraging you to think differently about things.
Yeah, for sure. So the next time you have a glass of whiskey, remember those tiny yeast cells?
They're working hard.
They're more than just microscopic organisms.
Right.
They're the key to a whole world of flavor.
The world of possibilities.
Impossibilities.
Cheers to that. Yeah.
Cheers. And to all our listeners, we hope this deep dive has given you a new appreciation for the science behind whiskey.
Absolutely.
Happy sipping, everyone.
Enjoy.